Hey, what's up guys? It's Ben 10,000 Wajio, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero. And today guys, let's talk old cards that meta players constantly underestimate. Alright guys, to clarify real quick, this isn't to insult any meta players out there, or competitive players, whatever term you guys would prefer. This isn't to insult you guys. I know you guys work hard to achieve your victories, and that is perfectly great. You know, you keep doing you, okay? So, basically what today's video is about is we're talking about old cards that are constantly underestimated by varying types of players. And this whole conversation started because of Neo-Spacian Aqua Dolphin, which, if you can tell by videos from like DZ and Simo and MCool40, these guys who are, you know, very towards the competitive side of the aisle when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh players, they're blown away by the fact that an old card like Aqua Dolphin can become a meta-relevant card given the right deck. And the truth is, when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh cards, this isn't the first time this has happened. I even have a little bit of notes right here. So some examples of older cards that have come into play in and out of formats are cards like, you know, even some current meta cards that we're seeing right now, not just Neo-Spacian Aqua Dolphin, which is being mentioned in the Goki deck a lot to snipe out hand traps, which is great. It's a powerful combo, and the thing is, it's a card that a lot of people didn't see coming, which is that is the part that I think that amazes people, is they didn't see it coming. But are you really that surprised that an old card has some value in today's metagame? If you look at a lot of the newer decks, we also have to think about cards like, you know, Scapegoat, for example. It's a card that's been around since the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! It starter deck Joey. That's early. If I'd have went back to just 2014 and I'd have said to Simo or DZ for, you know, pick your Asian Eyes, Makeology, pick any Yu-Gi tuber, somebody who does this and this is probably part of their living. And if I had walked up to them and said, you know, in 2018, Scapegoat's going to be a meta-relevant card, they would have laughed me out of the room, and rightfully so, because who would have thunk Link monsters were going to happen? We didn't know that back then. Another card would be something that's been banned, is actually on the ban list. D-Jin, Releaser of Rituals. This monster saw no play until Necroz. This thing was only seen in, like, you know, a few niche, like, level 6 type ritual decks. I know I played a Lightsworn variant back in the day with Saphira, the Dragon Princess. I think that's what her name is. It might have been changed, but, you know, the idea was like, oh, I'll mill it, and then I'll activate the spell, and then I have this dragon, and my opponent can't special summon. Cool, niche little trick. As a deck, it didn't exactly work, but it was fun to try. If we want to even really think about cards like Upstart Goblin is another one that a lot of players didn't think of for the longest time, because we had all sorts of other cards that drew in search, and or just, you know, overall, like, we, in the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh, we thought life points mattered more than they actually did. Those of us, you know, who are young, like myself. I was young once upon a time, guys! You say, I know you're laughing in the back over there. Anyway. Shout out to Yusei of YGO Pro. Yusei YGO Pro, you're out. Another card would be like Droll in Lockbird. Just a few formats ago, that card wasn't really seeing a whole lot of play. Now it's seeing a lot of play. And then, of course, there's Vanity's Emptiness. When it came out initially, players didn't really think about it. You know, I mean, I was there for the Synchro era. Not a whole lot of players playing Vanity's Emptiness until decks. I didn't really start seeing it a whole lot until decks like, you know, the Dino Rabbit deck started coming out. That's when I started seeing it, you know, and then Upstart Goblin, Reckless Greed, you know, Patrick Hoban made these cards go up in popularity, along with the Djinn. Thanks, Patrick! My point to say is it's really simple. Well, try to think of the best way to word this. But the thing is that you should never underestimate the value of an old card. Any card in the game could become useful. The truth is, there's no such thing as a bad card, more like a bad format for a card, I should say. Like, think about it. If you guys don't buy it quite yet, hold on, bear with me. Konami comes out with stuff all the time that supports an older deck. It may not always make it meta, but it will make it better. And sometimes they make a card so good, it brings every card that it could be used with up in the power scaling. Example, Dino Rabbit. This card, cards like Rescue Rabbit made normal monsters temporarily useful. We had to pick and choose the ones we wanted to do. Like, there was even a deck MCole40 did a few years ago called Robo Rabbit. Of all things, it was Robo Rabbit. It was a Rescue Rabbit deck that, instead of summoning dinosaurs, summoned robots. It was an interesting little deck, but he did it. And the point of this is to say that even normal monsters, even though they're not seeing play right now, that doesn't mean they won't see play later. The truth is that you can't just, like, this is why I always kind of roll my eyes, you know, when I think about, when I see another YouTuber who freaks out because they're like, who would have thought Neospatians in today's day and age? I'm like, the guy who thinks that everything that's old actually might have some value later, depending on what comes out. Like I say, guys, there's no such thing as a bad card, just a bad time for a card. Still don't believe me? Alright. You never know what Konami is going to release. Like, for example, we couldn't summon Great Moth or Ultimate Great Moth, you know, if that was like one of your fan favorite cards. I know, you know, Yugi No-No, rest in peace, used to make jokes about all that all the time. You know, about Petite Moth being the best, or the Moth cards being the best cards in the game. But now we have a spell card. I'm pretty sure that Insect Cocoon spell literally lets you cheat out, you know, bug monsters. No problem. You get to just bypass the stuff. So, I'm not saying it's a good play. I'm just saying you can do it now. My point is just, like I said, just to get across is this really simple. Never underestimate the power of an old card. Because in the right format, any card is good. So, guys, let me know what you think of my first discussion type video. Let me know in the comments below if you think I should just shut up and stop talking, or if you literally like these types of more discussion-y type videos. Maybe I'll do more of them in the future. The next video I have coming up will be another deck profile, so stay tuned for that. And if you like me, make sure you follow me on my social medias. Links are down below. And yeah, I'm Ben 10,000 YGO, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero, and I'm signing off. Peace, guys.